exporting accounting firms, you name it. It's good for Guyana, period.
Great. And so, of course, you come all the way from New York, and you came for Hemp Awareness Week to really spread awareness of, well, hemp and what it is and all that. So can you tell us a little bit about, what you've done over the past week?
Yes, this was a Hemp Awareness Week, and we wanted to spread the news around the country. We went to different regions, West Armor, Essequibo, Linden, Berbice, BV in this area as well. So we had an exhibit last Sunday in Georgetown at the WICA, which we had many products, and we had a turnout of people, and some people didn't know about hemp, and they look at the products we had on display, various products from clothing, toothpaste, lip balm, pain medicine, all came from hemp. Clothing, book bags, wallets, shirts, socks, you name the products we had. So a broad range of things. Yeah, very, very broad range of product line. But that's just a handful, because it has 60,000 usage, over 60,000 uses for this product.
Well, yeah, and so now that is what you did on last Sunday in Georgetown.
Correct.
Now you said you went to BV, you said you went to other places. So can you tell us a little, I guess, day by day, like where'd you go? Yeah, because it sounds like you went each day was to a different part of Guyana.
Yes, we went to the BV area there, where there was a hemp association of people looking to plant hemp. They had the land there. The youth that was there, they did not know much about hemp. They had a misconception about hemp. What is hemp? Was it the bad stuff or good stuff? And they're very interesting. We even left there they want us to come back and bring in more neighbors and families, maybe up to 300-400 people in that next meeting we're going to have in BV. Hopefully that happens in maybe July coming.
Okay, wow.
Yes.
All right, so then, that was one place, and then you had
we went to Linden. Linden was first time in Linden, beautiful place, I love
you like Linden?
Yes, very beautiful place.
Right.
Met with the mayor, met with the town council there. Many people was there in the area that we met, and they were amazed about the product, We had the chairman of the Linden Hemp organization there. He says he has over 4,000 farmers willing to go. He's looking for the youth that are unemployed. There's no jobs when they get out of school in Linden area. The bauxite industry is a 50-50 for those youths. They can't get in. So hemp is the way to go, where they can farm, grow their product, sell it, and they make money. Easy living, move up in their lifestyle.
So it sounds like just in Linden alone, there's already thousands of people who are interested in hemp.
Yes, as I left, the city council rep called me and told me that there was a farmer, has 9,000 acres, really want to meet with me to discuss this and get going on it. And I'm eager to meet them as well. Yes, so very positive.
Wow. Well, I know we'll go a little bit more in depth in the numbers a little bit later into the show, but just as a side note, because for my own interest, now, you said 9,000 acres, so how many acres would I need to grow to, I guess, make a profit or be considered like a profit?
1 acre.
Okay.
1 acre.
So we're talking, this is a farmer putting a lot of land to something that can make some big money for that.
Right, but remember, if you're going to grow 9,000 acres, you got to have the workforce. That means employing hundreds of people to plant, to reap, process, dry, pick. It's not just you can just plant and expect to, there's work involved. Planting 9,000 acres is a lot of planting. It'll take you weeks, maybe months. If it's by yourself, it will definitely take maybe a half a year. So you have to employ, and this is the whole thing. Big farmers who plant this kind of crop will engage the local people from plowing the land. He cannot plow 9,000 acres by himself. He has to hire. Just job creation, basically, what it is. With these kind of big acres, even the small acres. If a person plant 1 acre, they have to hire. If they don't have someone to plow the land, it's job creation again, and then maybe assistant to plant it, neighbors, family. So it's all about job creation.
Right. All right. So this is Linden, and so you also went out to West End. Right.
West End, we had a little rain out. The rain canceled us, but we're scheduled to go back there. We went out to Essequibo, which was very, very interesting. First time going out there as well. We met with the town council. The mayor was not available, but everyone in Essequibo was amazed. We went to some fishing place that the farmers, these fishing guys want to turn to farmers, basically. They say the fishing industry is dying out, maybe because there's some gas in the water that's leaking from this oil. They don't know the fish is not swimming as much, and they want to change their to have a second crop. So hemp is the second crop, and they're very interested in growing hemp as a second crop, or change it to first crop, and second would be fishing.
Wow. Okay. All right. So then that's Essequibo, then that's West End.
Then we went down to Berbice, which was very amazing. We went to New Amsterdam. We met with the mayor, the town's council.
How's your reception there?
Very, very good. Everywhere I went was positive. There's nothing but positive. Everyone loved us. Even the mayor says she wants to see me back in July to have maybe 1,000 to 2,000 people at this in the auditorium they have there. So I'm looking forward for that. They want me to bring some sample and taste, and I said, sure, we will do that.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so I'm actually under the understanding that this isn't the first hemp program that you had in Guyana while being down here.
No. We have many exhibit in the past. Mr. Kirtan, the co-chairman of Guyana Hemp Industry, he's been lobbying for 2.5 years, working very hard on it, and I'd like to congratulate him to get us this far.
No, but of course, I know there's a lot of people that come together to really, make this movement, because it sounds like, it's not just one person, it's thousands of people, like you said, thousands of farmers, and, that's people that want to dedicate, a combined total, it sounds like maybe even hundreds of thousands of acres.
Correct,
yes. It sounds like some big stuff, and it can be some big changes for Guyana.
Yeah, they have over about maybe 15 different hemp association in Guyana, different regions from Bartica to other regions I have mentioned. And out of those 15 association, each one, or let's say we total all of them up, we have over 500 members that are ready to plant, which over 200,000 acres. That's just a lot of hemp.
Yeah.
And for 200,000 acres, you probably need 10 plants to process that. So that could be lots of job creations.
Wow. So we're talking like thousands, it's thousands of jobs here.
Thousands of jobs, yes, ready to start.
Wow. Okay, wow, that's great. Well, so it sounds like you had a very interesting week that you definitely got to tour around Guyana and to really, spread, I guess, the word about hemp. And so I guess I would ask, in all, you had a pretty, I guess, nice cross-section right there, that in your travels, what was probably the biggest misconception? Of course, we'll go a little bit deeper in later, but at least I want to know, what was probably the biggest misconception that you felt like you faced out there?
Not knowing hemp. Like, hemp is not in the vocabulary or the dictionary in Guyana. Yeah, people just didn't know about it. It was just like, it was dropped on the planet yesterday. What is hemp? I never heard of it. And then when people start learning about it by usage, for example, they then relate to it. For example, back in the days and currently, any jute bags that you put rice, the paddy in it, that's a hemp bag. Rope that you see in a vessel to tie the vessel from sailing away or drifting away is hemp rope. Once they understand the product, they did not know that was hemp rope or hemp product.
Wow.
They were using it all along.
Wow.
So then they relate to it. You're just missing education in school that needed to teach hemp. Rope is not rope. Rope is made from hemp.
Wow. So and it definitely makes persons a little bit more aware about what the products are that they're using, and their usage and what they're made of.
Yes.
Oh, great. And so of course we'll go and we'll discuss a little bit more about hemp, but I want to actually allow the public to join the conversation as well. So, we're going to open up the lines to everybody who is watching. If you'd like to come and give your own questions to Mr. Badesi about, what is hemp, its benefits, things of that nature, or even if you just want to share your opinion at all. Of course, operator has the phone number right there on the screen, and you can call us and just state your opinion. All right. So, yes. First, going back to hemp, I know the big thing, which is probably something that we're going to get some calls about, so I don't know, maybe this would be a bad thing. We might cut some calls down, but hemp, is it marijuana?
No, it's not. It's 100% not marijuana. It's from the family of the cannabis species, but it's definitely not marijuana. It has no toxic THC to get you high. It's a natural product. It's known as a superfood, matter of fact.
Sorry to cut you, but it actually seems like we already got a call. All right, call it. Oh, okay, never mind.
Yes,
yes.
it's known as a superfood. The proteins in there, the vitamins, the minerals, is all healthy products. Just like how they found other superfoods in the last 10, 15 years, they have found hemp to be a superfood from the protein.
Wow. And so it's healthy. So I mean, how many? Well, I mean, what does a hemp seed even look like? Is it something big, like a water? Is it small?
Small seed. Can't really describe how big it is, but it's a very small seed. You just plant that, provided it's the planting seeds, and maybe 6 inches, 4 to 6 inches in the ground, and water it, and within no time, 2 weeks, it should, less than 2 weeks, it would grow into a small tree, and then it start grow rapidly.
And now you said you can eat it, so so when you say that you can eat it, like what, do you just rip off the stalk and eat it? Like what do you eat from it?
Well, the seed is
okay,
like a
the
nut.
actual seed itself.
Yeah, it's a nut. You can eat it. It has protein in that. People roast it like cashew nuts or peanuts. You can have a roasted nut. It's known as a shell. Then they press that into protein powder, or hemp flour is processed, and just like how you have rice flour or wheat flour, this is a process. And hemp flour is 50% protein approximately, versus regular flour only has about 7% protein, or not even.
Okay, wow. So it's something that's very protein packed.
Yes.
You know, it's something that sounds like it's very healthy. So, of course, that's one use. That's one use for the seeds. But I mean, is that really where the money is at? Is just from food?
The oil, when you squeeze the seeds, you have oil, and the oils are used for medicinal usage, and they have, if you use the oil for asthma, if you have asthma, it will help your asthma. They have many, many uses that the doctors are finding, scientists are finding for these oils. They call it CBD oils, and it's a wonder. It has nothing to do with anything to get you high. It's just a natural product, like how you have soybean oil. You got hemp oil. You also have hemp milk you can get from squeezing the seeds and things like that, you know.
Wow.
Or the plant.
So essentially I can make a broad range of different types of foods that can replace
Correct.
different types of food.
I mean, you have milk, hemp milk. It's a natural product. People who are lactose intolerant can use hemp milk, and it's very nutritious.
Wow. So that sounds like it has a lot of health benefits. You know, it's got a lot of medicinal benefits. I mean, of course, you said the CBD. So I know that's been a big thing. You know, when people hear like the THC, the CBD, what exactly is CBD?
CBD is the.
Or like, what does it treat?
It treats. Scientists puts it together to treat different kinds of illnesses. You know. People with Parkinson's disease, you know, you take a few drops, or according to how a doctor prescribes it to that person, and it kind of solves some of the problems. Or it's turned into a little drug form over the counter that they can issue to that person, and by using it, they become better over time. You know, I had an employee of mine in New York. He has stuttered speech. And he tried a few drops on his tongue, natural, organic hemp oil, and he stopped, you know, stuttering. Not immediately, but in phases. You know, it helped him. You know, so it maybe calmed some nerves or something in the mind, but it's good. But not only the CBD is from the oil, but you also have the stalk, which could be fed to cattle. So I see Guyana travels through the country. A lot of cattle don't have the beef on the beef. You know? So
they're little skinny cattle.
So if you feed these cattle with the hemp stalk, they're going to be real beefy beef, you know? And Guyana can then have a cattle industry. And it's good. Because a lot of farmers, they don't have the grass, or the cows are in the pasture, they're far away, they don't want to stray. You just have to bring in, like American companies, they bring in the hay. You just bring in the hemp stock and feed your cattle, and they'll all be healthy. It's protein.
Wow. Okay. So not only is it good for people to eat, it's good for animals to eat in one form.
Yes.
You know that. Now, of course, I guess the big one that everybody knows about, or at least the one that we seem to speak more about, is more the fabrics or the textiles.
Yes. They have different species of the hemp where you want to grow some for the nuts, some for the oils, and some for the stalk for the textile and paper, for example. You can grow the crop that's about 20 feet tall. That's mostly for ropes, twines, strings, even cotton. Like, for example, if you grow cotton pound per pound, 1 pound of cotton, you can get 3 pounds or 3 times the amount from hemp, and 3 times stronger, and it'll last 3 times longer. So hemp is a very durable product.
Wow. I mean,
it's an amazing plant.
Yeah.
You know, it's. I think some aliens, came down on this planet a long time ago and changed the DNA, and here it is.
They gave you something real nice from above.
Yes, yes.
Wow. Okay, and so from what I understand is that there was actually even a piece of time that hemp was actually legal in Guyana.
It was grown up to 70, around 70, 71. It was legal around the world. It's been around 10,000 years. You know, I'm told that you see the hay that they were making the pyramids. That wasn't hay. That was hemp stock. It was strong, as a strong farmer. But you know, when someone looking at it, they didn't know about hemp. They figured it's hay. But it was hemp that was making the pyramids and all that stuff back in the days. Even the Chinese was using over 10,000 years ago. The Chinese brought that into Guyana a long time ago when they came with the British back in 200-300 years ago. It only got banned in 1937. That it's a narcotic plant because the U.S. was looking to monopolize on the cotton industry because the American Indians was growing this hemp wild all over the United States. So they say, you know, we're losing the market. Let's put a ban on this product, and this to save the cotton industry. Back in the days, there was not too much industries in the northern part of North America.
Wow.
So, but you know, it's growing. It's the Mona Lisa, the Van Gogh painting has all been drafted on hemp paper. The pictures, the U.S. Declaration, as I mentioned before, has been written on hemp paper. Hemp is used every day until it got banned. Even after it got banned, in certain places, are still using it. You know, China is the largest producer of hemp. We have right on this same continent of South America, Chile and Peru are growing hemp.
Wow.
So
essentially, this isn't like some big, Western American thing or even a British thing. It's like even other folks on the continent are in fact growing hemp.
Correct.
And having industries from this.
Major industry. This is a major industry. Hemp is. I'm sure as time passes, they're going to find another 5,000-10,000 uses for hemp as technology now evolved too.
Wow. And so, all right, so then we talked a little bit about about your travels around Guyana so far, spreading the word of hemp awareness. We've spoken a little bit about the history of hemp. How it's even legal in Guyana for a piece of time as well. So, I'd like to go in and we could talk a little bit numbers. So what are there any real good examples of like other countries you can point to saying, they're making like these many billions of dollars on hemp, or like what
Yes.
What are the numbers behind this?
I researched in the United States back in 2016. They grew 10,000 acres, which is valued $573 million. However, the United States is from producing to the end user, meaning that not just you can't grow it and get 573 million. You have to process the nuts and use every part of it, every fiber. If you're selling some for cattle, some for paper, some for hempcrete, making clothing, to the end user where they use the CBD oil. Now, after you process the CBD oil, the pharmacy buys this, for a certain price. So that's how you get that end user number, $573 million of business just back in 2016, and they only grow 10,000 acres. And you can Google that and you can find it yourself online.
Just 10,000 acres.
Yes.
Wow. And now you said 10,000 acres, and I'm thinking about that farmer in Linden. Now, if it's 9,000 acres, that it sounds like, or you said 9,000.
Yes.
Yeah, that 9,000 acres. That sounds like just him alone.
Right, but it's the processing.
But yeah.
The farmers are not going to get that kind of money because remember, it takes processing. Processing is added value, packaging, design, everything added to that, and selling certain things. If you're going to make a hemp snack, somebody has to cook it, bake it, formalize it, and then market that. So So the end market ends up to be about $573 million. You know.
Okay, wow. So it really is. It's not just from point A to point B. Basically, it's not just product and goes to person. It's that this is something that I guess we're hammering on the point, but that's how important it is, that it creates jobs.
Correct.
And not just for farmers. That not just people who say I want to sit and grow. That it sounds like this is something that provides industries or builds industries.
Yeah, Canada is another leading neighboring country that's growing about 50,000 acres, 40 to 50,000 acres a year. They can only get one crop a year. But China is the biggest producer of hemp. We don't know the numbers because, China is very discreet, but they're very big in hemp. Guyana, I would like to see Guyana be top 10 countries producing hemp because the massive land we have here, unused land as well. And if they can just grow it, they can be on the chart immediately, and we have end users who are willing to buy hemp products from Guyana.
And so, essentially, it's the legality is the only thing that's keeping
back
this industry from.
Yeah, well, we're petitioning. The people are now well aware of hemp. We're going to bring more awareness as we go along. We're planning a hemp concert maybe in August coming around here. But in the meantime, if we can get a permit, just a simple permit to grow and test pilot project hemp to see how it grows, what yield we're going to get, so we can educate the farmers and the public overall.
Now, so I guess, have there been certain representatives within the government who have, I guess, received hemp, or at least received the concept of it, that they say that they like it, or they're supported, or no?
I haven't spoken to any directly, but my co-chairman, Mr. Kirtan, has been in communication with many of the representatives, and they all loved it according to him.
So I guess it's just a matter of just somebody just signing
the paper. Good for Guyana.
Okay, so yeah, so that so we've spoken on the history, spoken on the job, said that how it's definitely something that can make the nation some money. But now I know, of course, you are an businessman, and that you have your own idea for, I guess, how you can make a contribution to the hemp industry. Am I correct?
Yes, I mean, I have, over the years, I've been in business. It's a family business, and he made a lot of connections around the world, and we can bring added value by having connections to bring people to plant, make sure the planting are planting properly, or processing plant to set up. But we need to act now. There's an opportunity, or it doesn't knock twice. So I'm here to help whatever I can to all the farmers who wants to look into hemp, or even the public knowledge, even teaching at the UG or different schools about hemp, creating a curriculum, basically.
And, well, just going to take a pause right there, and just, of course, want to remind our viewers at home that, of course, this is a call-in show, so you can definitely call in at any time, number right there on your screen, and that you can express your opinion on hemp. That number is 218-4949. Again, 218-4949. Call us up and express your opinion on hemp. Ask any questions for Mr. Badesi, or, like I said, just express your opinion on it. So,
yes,
we'll go back to, like I said, with hemp. That so you said that it's good for Guyana, that that you have connections, and that you have persons also making said connection. Oh, you see already we have somebody on the line. So. Hello, caller.
Hey, good night.
Hi. Sorry, caller. Please turn down the volume on your TV.
All right, hear me. Good night. So how are you? Oh, yeah.
Hi. Yes. Can you please tell us who you are and where you're calling from?
Oh, I just want to express our views on the hemp, man. I think the hemp, we need to push the government. Let's start legalizing the hemp so we could get this thing off the ground. We need to forget the stigma of what people think hemp is away from. Change the stigma of it, so they can understand all the good benefits to this thing,
Yeah.
So I definitely support you guys, and you have my support in everything that you're doing right now.
Thank you. Nice to hear that from a caller.
All right, great. So,
So we like to have more callers to express their opinion, and you know this is how you create hemp awareness. He's aware, other people are aware, you know, and once we get more support, hopefully the Parliament would probably weigh this out and say this. People are demanding it.
exactly.
Many many cities we went to, we're talking to ask for help.
Great. All right. Well, we have another caller. Yes. Hello, caller. Please tell us what's your name and where you're from.
Yeah, I'm Gavin. I'm from East Israel. I'm just glad that the man just educated the people about him, because Guyanese people are very lack of intelligence about him, and they feel, you know, that is very negative, especially when you have someone them talk about it, you know.
Yeah.
And at least I'm glad we could have this program steady, that to educate them about more about him. Thank you very much.
Thank you, caller. That's what we're here. Hemp
Yeah,
awareness.
give thanks for that, you know, for coming and educate them.
Thank you.
All right. Great. Thanks for your contribution, caller.
All right, brother.
Yes, that's you know, two people calling them back to back there. That's very interesting, you know.
Yeah.
So more and more people will be aware of hemp. And
Another one. All right. Yes. Yes. Hello, caller.
Good night.
Good night. Yes. Please tell us your name and where you're from.
My name is Paul, calling from Eastonville.
Yes.
I got to know that that hemp is a good thing, and I know that it is make dashboard too for cars
Yes, the fibers are
and paneling for
Paneling,
the
yes.
doorway and so on.
correct. All the high-end car makers are using hemp fibers to make their fenders, panels, many uses. Back in 1940, Ford Motor Company, which is the second largest company in America at that time, made a car fully operated and run on hemp, from the windshield to the body. It was 10 times lighter, 10 times stronger, but it was quickly put under the rug. Obviously, the United Steel Workers in the United States would lose out, because hemp is not made with steel, it's made with fibers from a plant. And that car is still around. You know, if you Google online, Ford Motor Company hemp vehicle, it ran on biodiesel too. So hemp can give you, for example, 1 acre, 300 gallons of biodiesel. So we really don't need Exxon here. You
Yeah.
can get a lot of natural fuel from hemp.
Yeah, if you tape the program and bring it over every Saturday like this, educate people more.
Yes, we will look into that down the road. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, caller. Yeah.
Yes, biodiesel fuel from hemp. That's a great item too.
Wow. So like the car was all the way from top to bottom made of hemp.
Hemp, yes, 10 times lighter, 10 times stronger.
Wow.
Hemp fibers is really strong. It's stronger than steel and concrete when you put it together in the right way. You know.
Wow. So if it's stronger than steel and concrete, then of course that means we can also make buildings and stuff
Buildings,
like
yeah, that's they have something called hempcrete, which is like a paste, or there's a different forms how you can do it. In the United States, they're looking at 3D printers to make maybe 1,000 square foot homes quickly in a day with hempcrete, because all the 3D printers is just moving around with flowing of like a little slush,
Yeah.
and it makes a building.
Wow.
So that's very interesting. Hempcrete is another part. You have the hemp product with hemp food, hempcrete with buildings, and we have the paper. Those are the three main industries that you want to look at for Guyana.
So hemp paper. Wow. Now, if I'm correct, I'm even told the Declaration of Independence in the
Right.
United States.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, that's true. 100% true. You can Google all this information. We're not here to tell lies. We're here to tell the facts.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, first of all, hemp paper, 4 acres of forestry is equal to 1 acres of hemp. And if you have 3 crops a year, that's like 0.3 acres of hemp for 4 acres of forestry. You know, and then forestry takes 20 years to grow, as I mentioned before. Imagine the ratio. You're looking at 0.003 of acres of hemp for that 20-year period.
Wow.
Imagine the forestry that you will save. You'll still need forestry for different types of lumber, you know, but for paper that's used, cups, plates, anything paper, boxes, you know, Guyana could be the next leading company supplying or have their own paper mill.
Wow. So it sounds like this can really, it's a disruptive industry in
Yeah.
some senses, I guess, because it sounds like it can really take the place of a lot of things.
Well, we have rice and cane where you have mills. So if you have hemp growing here, you'll have to have mills, a paper mill. That's what it is.
Yeah.
So long term, you can see a few paper mills I don't see a problem to have even a dozen paper mill in Guyana down the road, because you can supply the world with paper. Raw material, even if you want to supply the raw material. All the people who are buying forestry from Guyana, you can supply them the hemp, raw hemp, they can turn it into paper, or you can process it here and add the value and ship it out.
Oh. So a lot of different manufacturing jobs. Okay, all right. Have a caller. All right, good evening, caller.
Yeah, good evening.
Hi, can you please tell us your name and where you're calling from?
Enough respect to the hemp industry, you know.
Nice.
And I really like the government to do more for the Guyanese people. Very concerning jobs and these kind of things. Because a lot of youth right now are feeling it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where jobs is concerned, and if the hemp could really create a lot of jobs for the people and for the youth, I'd really like for the government to look into this seriously. You understand?
Yes, we would love the government to look into this and maybe determine the value of this product to the economy and job creation. And people like you who can support hemp, need to lobby with us and talk to your local mayor, local congressperson, whoever you have, a politician. You need hemp for your people in your area. So this is how we'll get across.
Normally go to them hemp rally and them thing, I know the benefits of it, and I really like the time you are taking to widen the population. I really like for more people to come out and, share the knowledge more, you understand? Because it's all about promotion.
Well, this is why we have Hemp Awareness Week, and we have you showing you that we are wearing people, and that's why we're here. So we're doing good things around the country all week long.
Okay.
Thank you, caller.
Thank you very much for the time.
All right. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, okay. Take it.
You see, hemp awareness is working.
All right.
Callers are asking, they're supporting.
No, so it sounds like that that a lot of people seem to be interested in it.
Yes.
Not just out in BV and Berbice, but also
Everywhere in Georgetown here.
Ah.
You may not have land in Georgetown, but outside you can have land. The city is a city, and that's why the farmland is a farmland. But it doesn't matter how big or small, you can grow hemp.
Yeah.
As long as approved from the Guyana, and you can get your permits from the GHI, Guyana Hemp Industries. I would like the people to go on our Facebook page, Guyana Hemp Industries, and see all the information we have on hemp there, to be more educated as well. And we'll have more as time goes by, posting it on our Facebook page. Yes.
Wow. No, so that, and I like the fact that the caller had mentioned something about jobs for young people. That of course that's definitely been a big concern. So so you also feel like this is really an industry that can that will employ a lot of young people as well.
The young people can. The GHI will be doing different things to help farmers. It doesn't matter the age group or the size, but down the road, anyone who's unemployed would probably be looking to our organization. If we're planting in Linden, if we're planting as a Cubo, we can make a certain recommendation. Here we have like in America, you have unemployment agency. If you're unemployed, go to this agency in this area, and someone's growing hemp. They need to help. Excuse me.
Okay, wow. So essentially, it's like you can kind of even make this into. I guess if you're making the industry, you're going to need people to work for it, so then it can really bring regional employment.
200,000 acres, which is being pledged right now with the farms that we have, or who are members of the organization. That's not an easy thing to plant. Imagine 200 acres of sugarcane, 200,000, sorry, of sugarcane or rice. It's big.
Yeah.
That's a jump start right there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and this is this sounds like tons.
Tons and
tons of this.
Tons and tons, yes.
Wow. Okay, well, great. And so, of course, we would like to remind our viewers at home that this is a call-in show that you can call in and state your opinion about hemp. That if you have opinion for, if you have opinion against. It seems like a lot of people are for it. So, if everybody's for it, then, hey, who's against it out there? But, if you are, or even if you are for it, just call us at the number on the bottom of the screen, 218-4949. So, yes, bring it back to Mr. Badesi, though, for now.
The person who would probably be against it do not know about it. And they need to research that before they say, I don't want hemp. Today, you know, if a student was in college and they didn't know their science project or whatever they're working on, they will Google it and get some more information.
Yeah.
And that's what the internet is here for, educating people, bringing you closer to the next step. So the person who are against it, they should really go on that Google search or YouTube and watch the videos and see what's it good for. There's scientists around the world are saying this plant is a superfood. It does wonder. It has no THC. You cannot smoke it. You cannot eat it in the sense of raw. It will get you high. It has nothing to do. It has 0.03 THC, where hemp is 0.03, and marijuana has 2. Very, very big difference in numbers, in percentage. That's big numbers.
Yeah. Is it so? Something that's like
0.03.
0.03 compared to 2.
Yes.
Ah, so yeah, no, that's a
Yeah.
no.
Minute trace of it. That's it. Yeah, it's a similarity of the species. You know, it's like the penguin is a species of bird, but it swims underwater. Where birds supposed to fly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So hemp and marijuana is 2 different things. It looks the same, but it's not the same.
And now I'm told that, especially because, you know, we're on the topic with marijuana and all them being close, that I don't know if this is true, maybe you can correct me, but that if one was to grow like an acre of hemp right next to an acre of marijuana, that it would, you know, actually before I go into that call, I see right here, and then I'm going to come back to that question.
Sure.
I'll come back to that question. But yes, so caller, good evening.
Hi, good evening to your panel.
Please tell us what's your name and where you're from.
It's him. But we got somewhat natural disaster here right now. You want me to name them?
No, we're talking about
Well,
hemp. We're just talking about hemp.
I want the 3 we can't control.
Well, yeah, but we're talking about hemp tonight, caller.
Good, but we got the whole Isle field.
Thank you.
Well, yes, we're talking about hemp.
Isle field for make we get rich. What we gonna do with him here?
All right, well, good night. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, the oil is going to make Guyana rich down the road, which is no problem. That's going to rebuild infrastructure like roads, maybe health, maybe better income, you know, raise minimum wage. But hemp is here today that goes to the farmer's pocket immediately.
Yeah.
The oil is not going to the farmer's pocket or anyone individual pocket right away. Hemp is going to go there.
Yeah.
And not just for the farmers. You have plowmen who have to plow, or tractormen. We have truckers who have to move the product, move employees to certain location. So they're going to make money too.
Right.
You know, everybody doesn't have to make the the big money, but they will be making money. It's job creation.
Wow, great. So I mean, you know, it's job creation. It's you know, while oil will employ, you know, people in that sector, that this sounds like it will employ, you know, people in a whole different sector. That so it sound definitely the benefits sound great.
Yes.
But yes, you know, so yeah, I'll go back to my question I was asking before, the caller and the disasters. But yes, so now I'm told that if you were to plant a field of hemp next to like a field of marijuana, that the hemp will actually sterilize the
Yes.
marijuana. So it's like it makes it like unsmokable. Is that true?
Well, it's not unsmokable. The question is that...
I mean, somebody will smoke it, I guess.
well, no. Marijuana is the female plant of the species, and hemp is the male plant of the species. And hemp is a dominant plant. So you grow that next to the marijuana, it'll overtake and destroy the marijuana crop. So you will not have a crop.
Wow.
So that you couldn't smoke nothing that's not there.
Wow. True. Okay. Wow. This is interesting. Wow. All right. So yes, we'll go to this caller. Yes. Hi. Good evening, caller.
Hi, caller. Good night. Good night to your panel. I want to tell you that we have the pineapple, we have plantain, we have cassava, we have anything, potato, anything you think of. I want to the market.
Well, you have to seek that market, caller.
You know, when you want one bomb and blow the station and all of you out of the...
Yeah, that caller, if he's growing whatever he's growing, he's supposed to find a market. There's many market.
Yeah, don't be mad. Find a market. You know, that's what we suggest. You know, that is one market, yes. But this is about hemp tonight. So
a different market.
Yeah, it's a different market. So you know, you got the oil spills, you got the pineapples, you got all those other ones, yes. But right now, we're keeping it to hemp.
But I mean, food crops are here in Guyana. If he's complaining about he's got pineapples or whatever, you need to look for your market. It's not going to come to you. You have to look for it.
Yeah.
Nothing comes to you. You have to go for it.
Yeah.
So there's markets along Berbice I went, Essequibo, Linden. I see market all over the place. So if this market near you is not working, see another market or have distribution of your product. If you have 1,000 pounds of pineapple, maybe all can't sell at this one market. You need to figure out to transport it from point A to point B, just like hemp. Hemp is going to be grown in Linden, for example, or other parts of Guyana, Essequibo, Berbice, and they have to transport it. They may not be in market in Berbice Fort or Linden. You have to transport that.
Yeah.
So same thing as produce, provision, fruits, you have to find the market. The market is easy once you start looking. You know, people like certain packaging, quality control. If you don't have these things in place, you're not going to sell it.
Yeah. So yeah, that that you need that system in place. Like that system is necessary to really, I guess keep the industry going. That you would
Correct.
need like a
Yes.
broad range. Wow. So yeah, so you feel that this is truly a place that that there's a market for it, and that we can, and that Guyana can market that. Then.
Yes, I mean, we have markets already. Through the Guyana hemp industry, we have market. We have sourced some market for hemp, and lots of it too. But we're just waiting for the legislation to pass for the trial project. But we don't want to wait too long. As I mentioned in past programs, that the United States are planning to legalize hemp in the United States, where they're going to grow millions of acres, not hundreds of thousands of acres, millions of acres.
Yeah.
Now, if we have investors from America, Canada, they're going to be hesitant to come to Guyana to set up plants when the United States is setting up major plants all over around the country to process 1 million acres of hemp, or even more than 1 million acres of hemp.
Yeah. No, absolutely. All right. Well, I'll give this caller a chance. Hopefully, it's not the
Same
person
one?
from there. Yes. Good evening, caller.
Good evening.
Hi. Good evening. Can you please tell us your name and where you're calling from?
Yeah, East, here, Strongman.
Yes.
That man does now, you just want to change up the topic from your
Of course.
focus and thing, because once you grow the hemp, we get money and we have to buy pineapple and all the other fruits and greens to help us, make us healthy.
That's the
No one
perfect
change, let
answer.
me change the topic, right?
Yes, yeah, that's the perfect answer there.
Thank you very much.
You know, people don't have money.
Thank you,
that's
caller.
why. People don't have the amount of money to buy more pineapples. They can probably eat pineapples until they get sick, but they need money to buy it.
No.
So, if everyone, like I said, the oil is going to go to the government, and the government's going to figure out what to do with the money in the sense of roads, infrastructure, rebuilding buildings or airports, whatever is necessary.
Yeah.
But you growing hemp, it's going to go to your pocket,
Yeah.
and you're going to be wealthy. If you grow it intelligently.
Yeah.
Don't expect to grow it and it'll, hey, I'm getting money.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And then you have income from everybody, from the youths to the unemployed,
Yeah.
farmers, everyone who's one involved.
All right. Well, okay. Seems like the calls are lining up, so let's go to the caller. Yes. All right, caller. You're on the line.
Good evening.
All right. Evening. Can you please tell us what's your name and where you're calling from?
Greg from South Roundel.
Yes.
I think the government should, they shouldn't refurb hemp. They should do the proper research and get a taxation out of it, let the country make some money.
So you're saying you want to grow hemp immediately, or the Guyanese supposed to be growing hemp, is that correct?
Yeah, they should grow it. The country needs money. What happens when the money run out? They need to rely on other stuff.
Certain people's money has already run out, so this is why we're trying to get the hemp across right away so we can start some plantation, get some income for people. A lot of people don't have money to plant hemp, and they need loans and financing, and that's what we're here for, not just to grow the hemp, but help them too as well.
Yeah, that's my contribution. Thank you.
Thank
Oh,
you.
great. Thanks for calling.
Yeah.
So, yes. So again, it sounds like people are, very receptive to this. That it's something that can make some jobs, and it's that people are interested in it.
Yeah. I'm sure that farmer who's talking about his pineapple, once he learns more and the country issue permits or legalize the hemp, he's not going to be planting pineapple. He's going to be planting hemp.
Yeah.
It's millions of dollars involved. It's a superfood. It's a super plant that can do wonder, and it's in demand right now. You want to get on the bandwagon when it's in demand, not when it's not in demand.
Yeah.
Because as the world is growing hemp, you have Russia is growing to grow hemp. England, Holland is growing hemp. There's over 30 countries growing hemp. Uganda in Africa is growing hemp right now. So many countries. So you want to be on at the moment.
Yeah.
You don't want to be at the tail end when you grow your hemp and where we're going to find the market. Everybody already have their source and usage.
Yeah. So you want to just go and strike when the iron's hot.
Right.
Yes.
That's the exact thing you want to do.
All right. So, yes. All right, caller, you're on the line.
Hey, good night. Just this last one question. You ever look like a East Indian?
It looks like the same caller there, you know, so we don't need that.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm.
So again, like I said, we need to act now, and the government needs to act now, and we need more people in the community from Guyana, different regions, to talk to their local mayor or council and what is hemp. Let them answer question, let them ask us a question. We'll get a pamphlet out or Google it. That's the best way to learn about hemp. You don't need new scientists here. Mm. Scientists around the world, you know, if somebody invented something like the phone, yeah, or a new cell phone, you're not going to have a Guyanese laboratory. Let's see you reinvent another phone. You're going to go with their technology outside. Mm. So if the technology outside says hemp is not a narcotic plant, what are you waiting for? Mm. You know, any politician who don't know about hemp, that's your job to Google, yeah, for the next morning, yeah, to find out what is these people talking about. Mm. I want to ask and answer intelligent questions. So Google information, and you'll have it.
Absolutely. So yes, let's take this call. Yes, all right, caller, you're on the line.
Good night, good night.
All right, good night. All right, can you tell us what's your name and where you're calling from?
Devon from South.
Yes, so you're on the line, Devon.
Well, I like the initiative you are starting here on the hemp, right? But I think you need to, on the show people videos how hemp benefit other countries and how it would benefit Guyana. They're just talking. When you're talking is good too, but videos and showing people how it benefits would be more powerful too within the message you are sending out.
Yeah, so the government will have to do that as they get involved. That's something for school. We're doing a live show here, so we cannot show a movie at this time. But at any event we have at Hemp Awareness Week, or if you had attend the exhibit we had in Georgetown last Sunday, we had lots of videos, what it can do, what it cannot do. So we are prepared. And if you go on our Facebook page, Guyana Hemp Industry, you'll see videos so you can what it can do, what it cannot do.
So against the last show clips on your program right about now, because I somebody without the time, we got time to look at this.
Well, if you don't have the time...
This time again now to look at your program here, but otherwise, we ain't got the time. So what I'm saying, the message is sent out now, you could still put in a little clip, not movie, clips, you know.
Well, I guess that's definitely something you could consider for another time. Then you know, for that, if you do subsequent ones from here. No, absolutely.
This is not our last show here. You know, we got multiple shows, but we're helping people be aware.
Yeah, but thank you for your suggestion nonetheless, though, because you know I know that's definitely something the Hemp Association will keep in mind.
No, we'll plan that, but again, this is a Hemp Awareness Week, and this is a good point. You need to see it. I'm not
All right, but thank you.
Some that marijuana would get a little push too, you know. Remember, marijuana is part of people.
Well, yeah, but not for this evening, though, sir. But thank you, thank you.
Yeah, we're talking hemp here, you know. You want the videos, you want to see what it can do, you need to learn. You need, if you don't have the time today, right now on the show, do it tomorrow. Do it tomorrow morning, tomorrow night, next week. Google online, type in hemp, what is hemp, what hemp can do, what it can grow. That's where you're going to get education. Not just by watching, you have to read and learn too.
No, absolutely. And so I know that, that I'm going to take it, actually just that caller was asking about the, the videos and the, the education and, brought it back to Hemp Week, that you actually have some pictures and like some footage of,
we have
I guess,
some
your travels throughout
the region, from, like I said, from Linden to Berbice, Essequibo, all parts where we met people. We can show some pictures of that where we traveled. But again, coming up the next event or other events, we will have slideshows. But in order to learn really about hemp, these videos could be half an hour long, 15 minutes to really long. And this is talk radio, talk TV. We cannot be showing these things. You have to, we can do little clips, but what would a clip do? We can show you products, You know?
No, absolutely. Great, great. Well, so, that'll definitely give the operator a little bit of time to, to queue up some of the photos so
Sure.
you can, I guess show us and tell
Yes.
us a little bit about, about the travels that you've had and, spreading the good word about hemp.
Yes, definitely.
But, until that, well, I guess I'll ask you a little bit more about it. Yes. So, of course, but gosh, it seems like even though we've said a lot, that there's still so much more that, that is like good for, that I really would like to go into, is there any idea like why this, like, it just seems like it does everything. Like, I'm not sure, like, why were people against it at any point? Like, why did the stigma even come in the first place or any of this?
Well, like I said before, it was United States who put the ban on hemp to save their cotton crop. And then they had the United Nations Treaty back in 1971 where all the world who joined the United Nations, all the countries in the world who joined the United Nations Treaty, signed that they're not going to grow anything about narcotic plants. And the plant was classified as a narcotic plant. And that's why it's there and that's why it's banned. But it was grown prior to being banned in Guyana. And the late President Burnham signed that it's not a narcotic plant. He delisted it to be a non-narcotic plant. So Guyana is near, they just got to sign it. Here it is, we're going to grow it. And President Granger, all he needs to do is sign it into place.
Great. And so, I guess you can tell us a little bit about what we're seeing right here. And during that time, we'll also, I guess you can tell me like what's going on here.
Yeah, well, there's different pictures here of different places we went. That particular picture is down the NDC in Berbice, where we met with, I think it was a 53 community center, 53 villages, meeting people in that region. We're down, this here is the mayor office in New Amsterdam, where we're showed the whole mayor office about hemp and other people in the area about hemp, and we passed out a lot of flyers into the New Amsterdam area. Here we're just sitting listening on the mayor, her opinion on hemp, and she loved it. Yeah. So we have a lot of interesting photos for our website coming up. More pictures with the mayor and one of the secretary of the East Berbice Hemp Association. Here is the vice chairman in the Region 6. We met with him discussing hemp. He loved the idea, and we talked about other projects, how to get the country back on track. Again, NDC area, 53 village down in Berbice, meeting with another hemp. People who inquire about hemp, and these are just these are the fishermen down in Essequibo who was interested in growing hemp. We were talking to them at their fishing area to know more about hemp. So we traveled the country a lot, everywhere that we could, who wanted to know about hemp. Some people called us in. This is the Essequibo City Council, where we met, and we had a display in the background. If you can take a look at this picture on hemp product, and some of them loved it. They tasted it, and they really loved the hemp products, the hemp snack bars or hemp bites. Very interesting, And some of the city council knew about hemp, and they wanted hemp. This is the mayor of Linden, who also loved hemp and hemp products, and it's good for her community, and she's interested in learning more, and we're going to be coming back out to her and the other mayor. And here we're on a live talk show in Berbice, NCN, educating the public down there. And look at the products we display on hemp. Many hemp products, from book bags to socks, t-shirt, creams. Here is the chairman in the Linden area that has the 4,000 farmers who's interested to help the youths to grow hemp. And we're also meeting at the, this is where, this is right here in Georgetown, where we're doing something at the hemp show exhibit we had last Sunday. So that was very interesting to meet.
Wow.
And this is the Hemp Awareness Week we had starting, which was last Sunday at the WICA in Georgetown here. Many people coming to listening on hemp or talk about hemp or their opinion on hemp, as is Hemp Talk community.
Oh, and this is more of that?
Yeah, that's the same exhibit we had here. More people holding products of hemp, showing off their products. You know, just being more aware of hemp. That's what it's all about.
Right.
Again, this is a Hugo, another picture of hemp products.
Okay, great. So it sounds like you've definitely gone all around, out and about, and you know, throughout Guyana, we're spreading the good, you know, I guess the word about how hemp is good for Guyana. And so we are going to, I guess, close it off with a
Yes.
musical performance, are we not?
Yeah, we have a gentleman here who's going to sing a song about hemp. It's a very beautiful song, I think, and it has listen to the words, and he's a great singer, and he put together the song in just minutes. And I would like to have him play the song live on TV.
All right, great. Well, you know, we'll just let him take it away from here.
You get fuel and textiles and the essential oils, food and medicine, just to name a few. You get paper and plastic and supplements too. Body care products, it even makes shoes. We're talking about hemp, hemp. Have you heard about hemp, hemp? Tell the people that hemp, hemp is good for me and you. Yes, we're talking about hemp, hemp. Tell the government hemp, hemp. In the parliament hemp, hemp. Hemp is the way to go. It's good for arthritis and diabetes, pain and cancer and mental disorders. So let's legalize it, let the farmers plant it. Let's have a green environment with lots of employment. Mr. President, hemp, hemp. Have you heard about hemp, hemp? Tell the people that hemp, hemp, it's good for me and you. We're talking about hemp, hemp. Tell the government hemp, hemp. In the parliament hemp, hemp. Hemp is the way to go. I said hemp is the way to go.
Great. So, yes. Thank you. So that's been the performance, everybody. Thanks for watching. And thank you for turning in to this edition of Hemp Awareness Week. So hopefully this is the first of many more to come. Hopefully. Either way, have a nice evening. Oh, and yes, and of course, we encourage everyone to continue to watch this to find out more about the Guyana hemp, industrial hemp society. And also, thanks for watching.
Play the same thing. Fuel and textiles and the essential oils, food and medicines, just to name a few. supplements too. Body care products, it even makes shoes. We're talking about hemp, hemp. Have you heard about hemp, hemp? Tell the people that hemp, hemp, good for me and you. Yes, we're talking about hemp, hemp. Tell the government hemp, hemp. In the parliament hemp, hemp. Hemp is the way to go. It's good for arthritis and diabetes, pain and cancer and mental disorders. So let's legalize it. Let the farmers plant it.